We'll start out with some jury charge practice. And the subject of this jury charge is recovery attempt by heir. So an heir to an estate. Ready? Here we go. The burden of proof in this case is upon the plaintiff. To entitle her to recover, she must establish her claim by a preponderance of the evidence. She must prove that the execution and delivery of this note and mortgage was simply a loan to the defendant company for a specified use for a definite time and to be returned, canceled within 5 years. She must prove that the defendant company has failed to return and release said note and mortgage as per this alleged agreement. To constitute this alleged agreement a binding obligation of the defendant company, you must further find that the defendant company authorized the same. That is, you must find that there was a meeting of the minds of the parties to the transaction. Corporations such as the defendant operate and transact business through their board of directors and officers, but a formal action of the board of directors entered of record is not the only means of authorizing and validating a contract. If you find that the board of directors and officers of this defendant company, or a majority of them in a meeting, discuss the plan of accepting notes and mortgages and authorize salesmen to solicit such for the purpose claimed by the plaintiff, it would be a binding obligation even though it may not have been entered of record. So in this case, if you find by the preponderance of the evidence that the agreement as alleged was made and that it was made under and by authority of the defendant company, or having knowledge thereof, ratified it and accepted the benefits thereof, and there has thereafter been a default on the part of the defendant company in performing its part of the agreement, the defendant would be liable and the verdict should be for the plaintiff. Unless you so find in all of these particulars, the defendant company would not be liable and your verdict should be for the defendant. We'll take a break from the jury charge